Morning, Missy.
Morning, baby.
Well, we spent the night in Frederick, Maryland last night.
We did.
You had your Lead, Maryland graduation deal last night, huh?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years and we're done.
So we got to do that, and we spent the night in Frederick. Now we're at this place called Lily Ponds Gardens. Lily Ponds Water Gardens, just outside of Frederick. Seeing what kind of birds we can catch on the way back home. And Maddie was at home. She already had Millie out at first thing this morning. She had Millie in the backpack doing the chores. I don't think she's trying to set the bar a little high for me, I think. I've got it zoomed in there. There's a black crowned night heron over there, but I don't know if it's zoomed in enough to see it or not. Yellow warbler calling around us here. Common yellow throat. Song sparrows. There's a fish crow calling over there. I tried to take advantage of a little bit of sleep this morning. I did sleep about an hour later than I usually do. I was probably up about the same as I have been here the last few nights.
Yeah.
11:30 or close to 12 probably before I went to sleep.
We've gotten in a bad habit.
But I did try to sleep a little bit. I slept till the daylight woke me up. That's what Joel Salatin said he does. Wakes to bed. He's probably a little more. He also said he goes to bed about 9:30.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing so well in that area.
This place is beautiful.
It is a beautiful place.
I want to have this as my house.
Well, there's a cool backyard, huh?
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Fish crow flying over, black crowned night heron in the pond over there, Canada geese over here. There's something else over here. Suppose she's got a nest on that deal, or squawking.
There's turtles.
Where do you see turtles at?
45 and back.
There are a couple big turtles back there. Looks like another one swimming in. This is a cool place. I wasn't sure about walking around in the grass. We haven't yet, but neither one of us really have shoes for walking in grass. It does feel nice to be out, away from the hustle, bustle of normal life a little bit.
Right. We haven't done this for
We haven't, well, the wheel bearing in the car's out, so we haven't really gone anywhere. So we've kind of been behind on our burden.
Yes.
In the month of April.
Far behind compared to last year. I mean, our list isn't behind. Too bad.
Just our time in the field is behind.
Right, drastically.
I've got her convinced that taking me burden is a date. I don't know what started that. I don't know if the muskrats or what started that. The geese are using it now as a little crossover. You think the geese made those big slides like that?
I don't know.
After all that time?
Super interesting.
Nice little path across there, and like the whole bank is dug out. I mean, typically you'd think a beaver or muskrat or something like that, but obviously the geese have been using it.
It's super cool.
I always think the turtles are interesting. You always like to look at the turtles. I think I like to look at the turtles because they're slow and you can get pictures of them. It's not like in taking pictures of warblers, huh? That's why you like ducks, geese, and turtles.
Ducks, geese, and turtles.
Taking a picture of a warbler.
Especially if the leaves are on. If the leaves are on, it's almost impossible.
My phone must have saw a hand gesture and decided I wanted to take a picture. I'm not sure how that worked. But we spent a few minutes chasing an orchard oriole around.
It was pretty too.
We heard it, and she uses the Merlin app to kind of verify what my ears are hearing. And the app caught it first, and I heard it a few times, and then finally it landed on a branch just long enough for us to get a look at it. And that's cool.
That was a red-shouldered hawk calling.
Yeah, red-shouldered hawk and blue jays. And
this place is beautiful.
This is a cool place. A bunch of these little ponds.
It's very nice.
Missy had a tick crawling up my leg.
I know. It's so scary. I don't know why they like you.
I don't know if it's scary, but it's uncomfortable to think about them crawling all over you. I'm going to have to check you later for ticks. You can check me for ticks also.
You're done.
But we got like 40 species of birds here, and that's exciting.
This place is incredible.
It's a really cool place. We only looked at about half of it.
Well, we didn't do anything over on that side either.
You don't know where you're at, but
well,
we started out over there. No, we went that way. We walked all the way around this side.
I know, but we didn't go over there.
Right, over there. She's not very good with direction, but we only saw.
You're right.
We only we only explored about half of this place. And I'm not sure if we got any time to stop anywhere else, but this was a treasure find here.
This was phenomenal.
All kinds of herons and 40 different species. Orchard oriole, really cool looks at common yellowthroat.
It's been wonderful. Like top notch. This is biggest week caliber for us here.
So yeah, kind of is.
Not on the warbler side, but we've never seen this many herons and Wilson
that's a Wilson snipe. This is a cool. We don't have. I mean, we're down lower in elevation, and we're to the east of where we live, so it's a little more species diversity, a little warmer. The leaves are obviously coming on the trees a lot sooner here. We're way behind this, which is great at home, but I don't know. Let's see where the rest of the day leads us. Head on down the road, find some place where you can check me for ticks. Missy. Harper's Ferry was a bust because we weren't going to pay $20 to go see Harper's Ferry when we only had about an hour.
Right.
So it didn't seem like if we'd had all day to pay $20 to get in there.
Right.
There wasn't. They kind of pigeonhole you. But see, we were there like 25 years ago or whatever, and I know we didn't have enough money to pay $20 to go someplace.
We would have never been able to pay $20. Not even $10.
But it was cool to drive down by the rivers and all that. It was cool. We drove through. It was kind of cool. We just couldn't.
It was nice to drive on those cobble streets and see all the shops and things like that. That was nice.
And then in typical Craig and Missy fashion, we decided to pick some place
somewhere
in the middle of the nowheres to eat. And that was probably a mistake because that wasn't so good. Look at how the trees are greening up on the mountains. So now we're somewhere in Virginia, headed towards West Virginia
to get to Maryland.
To
head back to West Virginia.
Capon River Store. It's a section we've never been in before, but it's going to take us over to the Corridor H 48. We're end up between Thomas and Davis and then on up to Oakland, but we didn't get any more birdies to look at. We're running out of time. We still got to take our car to the mechanic to get it serviced so he can fix it tomorrow.
Blessed. I'm so excited.
That'll be fun to finally drive something that doesn't
sound like a jet
sound like it's roaring when it's going past you.
Listen, the restaurant, I mean, we should have known when we walked in, but we vibe with that kind of atmosphere. Like if there's older people in there and it's kind of a quiet place, we're kind of okay with that. Sometimes the best food comes from those places, but
this wasn't one of those times.
This was not one of those times. And honestly, I could tell you from the very beginning, from the first drink of the sweet tea, I could tell you right then and there.
Well, it's supposed to be in the South. It's supposed to be sweet tea.
Not mediocre tea.
Not mediocre tea.
It was not sweet at all. And I knew from that point beyond, like, there was going to be no seasoning in the food. And
she's a little bit triggered about this food experience. She's the one that always picks these places out in the middle of nowhere.
I let him pick it this time.
I don't know about that. I was kind of throwing a little bit of a fit that you didn't find some place closer to the main drag. Now I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the woods somewhere.
That's where you like to be, baby. Someplace somewhere.
We're heading home, but get back to the farm chores tomorrow.
It was an experience, and
hey, here we are. We're seeing stuff we've never seen.
Exactly.
We've met people we never would have met, and they tried real hard.
They did.
Those poles are drilled right into the rock.
You know, even if she tripped up the stairs and spilled sweet tea all over my plate and had to make it again. And we had to rescue your onion rings. Now, the onion rings were good.
The onion rings were really good.
They were good.
But there's always going to be a problem. There's always going to be a problem when Melissa's involved. So, of course, there's going to be some type of quote-unquote accident.
At least it didn't get spilled on me. That's happened a couple times.
We did have, this was kind of a fun trip, though. It was nice to just take a breath and get away for a minute. So
absolutely.
Lots to do this weekend.
And the coming week, the prep for the following week. We got a lot on our plate. That's okay.
One day at a time.
That's right.
Learning to live slow. I told you we weren't going to do any planning while we're driving up the road. First of all, I never ride, so I'm not a very good passenger.
He's a crappy passenger. I told him it's not an easy job over there. Finally, he gets a taste of it.
It's really not easy when you're driving.
I'm a great driver.
I don't know how you could ever be terrified when I'm driving. I'm worried sick.
I'm phenomenal. I'm a phenomenal driver. I don't go to the speed limit.
With that, we'll just shut this down. Love y'all.
Love you.